coming in, helping me with this video and your time. Today we'll be talking about reports and record keeping. With that being said, how important do you think it is that we document everything that we do?
It's very important to keep records. What they say is if you don't document, then it didn't happen. It's important to chart the patient's progress. In our system, you can see what other providers have charted, so it's good for continuity of care. And it's also good to show the insurance company when you do your billing that you're doing what you say that you're going to do and you're treating what you're supposed to treat.
So here we use the Epic system, which I've noticed with the clinical aspect, me working here with you guys, that you guys use that a lot for patient charting and stuff. That's actually where the patient chart's at. And you guys do your progress notes and all that stuff actually through there, drug screens, and you can send referrals through there as well. So when you do that, that's actually, you can actually dictate on what to show the insurance companies that you're actually treating the patients as well. And it also, I think it helps you so you can actually dictate in there what happened, so you don't have to constantly forget about what's going on and all that, because we all get busy with a bunch of things, or a certain incident happened and you can't chart right away. You still have, your paper documentation, and then once you actually dictate that, you're able to get it into the system. When it comes to record keeping, we use the Epic system. And also with the liability, I think it helps us with liability as well, because, like I said, with like the patients that we come in contact with here with the substance abuse and the mental health issues that they have, some have suicidal ideality, homicidal ideality, so we can dictate, the occurrences that we have with them, so we can keep track of everything and show, their progress, and not just that, but if they do have issues, we can get them the right care, get them to the hospital.
Yep, we always want to make a safety plan with the patients, and so we document that in the system that we did that with them, so that they, in case they forget, but also so we remember what their safety plan is, and so it's documented as well.
And then we do the treatment planning every Wednesday of each week. That gets scanned into their chart as well. Shows how they're improving, continuing on each week, and what they need to still work on. Also, the consent forms that the patient signs when they first meet with you guys, who they can talk to, that helps us with the HIPAA not violations, but HIPAA rules and regulations for our patients, as well as who we can talk to, or even with their referrals, we still have to have consent forms from them to talk to different agencies as well. And I think that documenting helps really improve that, so we don't have the violations and have issues. I like what you said, though, with if you don't document it, it doesn't happen, because that is so true, because, a patient's account of what happened could be totally different than actually what happened. So it's very important for us to document on what does happen, or what it did happen, so we're not held liable. With the first assessment as well, we scan all that into the Epic system, their treatment plan, their medications and all that are in there, so we go over that with them, their allergies, all that stuff. And the form's actually in the Epic system, correct, that you guys fill out for the assessment?
Most of the forms are in the system already, but the ones that aren't, we do on paper. Then a secretary scans them into the system, and then we shred them.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you guys keep the paper documents. I know you keep the sign-in sheets to keep track of how many sessions each patient has, and for you guys as records to show who's been there and what the topics were that you guys discussed, so you're not continuing to discuss the same topics over and over again.
Right. That's one of the few paper things that we have, and that's kept in a locked office so that people don't have access to it as well, since it has names on it.
Because of the HIPAA violations and all that. So it's safe to say that with reports and record keeping that it's very important to dictate and document everything that happens with patient care because of the rules and regulations we're held under and we're accountable for. Especially when it comes to this type of area, we have our licensures and all that if we do not keep the proper documentation and we're going to be held liable, we can lose our licensures and not even be able to practice anymore. Well, with all that, I think I can see why reports and record keeping is so important for us as counselors and social workers, or really in any medical field. So thank you for coming, and thank you for helping me with this video.
Thank you, Brandy.